Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Reds View. Of course, I am your gracious host, Jay Red. I'm fresh off the plane, y'all. Just got back from Panama City, Panama. And man, I came back to something I want to talk about. Man, I've been waiting. We've been talking about this for like 2 weeks now. So your boy, our guy, J. Cole finally responds to Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole. Now we were looking for Drake too. Drake did it in a emotional way, going on stage and saying all that stuff. But as far as a rap battle, oh, it is on and popping. So he dropped an album yesterday, actually, and the album is pretty good. The album is called what is it? Might Delete Later. So I was asleep, and then I woke up and saw one of my partners send it to me. And the album, I'll say the album is dope. But this disc record is called 7 Minute Drill. Oh no, mid at best. Look, man, J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, this ain't it. This ain't it. It may be it to your average rapper, but to Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot, Kung Fu Kenny, oh no. Oh no. I hope you have something else in the chamber because this ain't it. This ain't gonna cut it. Now, look, man, I'm a fan of J. Cole. I'm a J. Cole fan and I'm a Kendrick fan. So this is no bias. This is not biased at all. I've just been seeing anybody who, let me just say this, anybody who's saying after listening to this 7 Minute Drill track that J. Cole murdered Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny, Kendrick Lamar, you're saying that he got him. Oh, yeah, he got him. Ooh, did you see that? That means you just don't like Kendrick Lamar. You're probably not a Kendrick Lamar fan and you're a J. Cole fan. Now, I'm talking to all of my, both of them, fan of both of them. I'm talking to my K. Dot fans and I'm talking to my J. Cole fans. This is for y'all because all the J. Cole stands, y'all can come and comment if you want to, but we know that you're looking at it from a biased point of view. And this isn't biased because I'm a fan of both. I bought multiple albums from both gentlemen, so I love J. Cole and I love Kendrick. But man, Kendrick wins this by a mile. Now let's dissect what I'm talking about. All right. So a couple of things that I just want to point out. First off, do y'all think that this is all orchestrated? Do you think it's orchestrated? Because if it is, I'm glad that we got something. I don't care if it's fake or not to drive up views, to drive up sales. Hip hop needs it. So thank you, Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. If y'all came to get Metro Boomin, if y'all came together, Future, and said we need to put this rap game back in its place where it needs to go. 2023 was a rough year. We need to have #1 records coming out. We need to start by this Metro Boomin album with Future and all this. Man, salute to y'all because we really, really needed it. But do you think it's orchestrated? Because, like I said, J. Cole dropped an album and didn't, and not just a diss track, but an album. So I'm just like, okay, all right. And I'm quite sure this will be #1. Future and Metro Boomin just dropped an album as well that went #1, and then they got another album that's coming out next Friday. So this is all pretty interesting. But what I'll say about this, man, the reason I'm not impressed by this 7 Minute Drill track is simply because I don't feel like J. Cole is a battle rapper. Now, what do you mean by that, J. Red? When I say battle rapper, I'm not saying he's like Daylight or Loaded Lux. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about sparring with someone of your caliber. See, the thing is, J. Cole can go at a Lil Pump. J. Cole can go at a Macklemore. J. Cole can go at a No Name. You know what I'm saying? Just those people who are not on his level. He tried to go at Eminem, but Eminem didn't respond like that. But he can't go toe to toe with the Kendrick Lamar. We've yet to see J. Cole in a solid rap battle with anybody. You know, we haven't really seen him call people out. And I'm not saying that J. Cole has to be that. The way he was spitting on this track just doesn't feel like he was confident or comfortable in his element. This don't sound like J. Cole. Like he was all relaxed. And for all y'all saying that this is a warning shot, man, this was a warning shot. It ain't supposed to be. No. Kendrick already fired the warning shot and barely even dissed J. Cole. He didn't really. It was more towards Drake, to be honest. But since he was saying motherfucker big three, nigga, it's just big me, that was going at all of them. You know what I'm saying? At both of them. So this is the thing, man. I just don't think that he's a solid battle rapper. He didn't sound confident. He sounded unsure. He didn't sound comfortable. And in a rap battle, You're supposed to go at it. See, like I said, Kendrick already threw the warning shot. Those were warning bars. He initiated it. So you mean to tell me you come back and then you give something that's kind of subpar? That like it's cool. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a terrible diss. It's not trash. It's just that compare if you're gonna go against Kendrick Lamar in a rap battle, this ain't gonna do it. Oh no. Y'all remember that movie, The Incredible Hulk, when Abomination, when he was getting beat up by the Hulk, and then he just, is that all you got? Is that all you got? That's how I looked at this diss track. And it just doesn't sound like he's ready. Like I was expecting him. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I thought if he was gonna put a diss track out, that it was gonna be aggressive. He didn't sound aggressive or confident. So I think that that just wasn't it. He's not ready. That confidence isn't there. And then in a rap beef, if you're going to be relaxed and chill as he was rapping on there, you better have some heavy bars. Some heavy bars. Now let's dissect what he said. All right. So a couple of things that stood out. He said, so I'm good in this tension. He's still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Wah, wah, wah. That wasn't really that good. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. So he's talking about Good Kid, Mad City was classic. Then he says your last shit, which was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, was tragic. That wasn't a good album, so I agree with him on that. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Now, I became a Kendrick fan off To Pimp a Butterfly. That's my favorite Kendrick album. That was a phenomenal album. So I don't know what he's talking about, but I do understand what he's talking about because at the time when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, it wasn't received as well as Good Kid, Mad City because it was a more jazzy, relaxed, introspective type of album. Not saying his other one wasn't introspective and stuff, but To Pimp a Butterfly was like an audio book. So, then he says, your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and now I just hit mine. Now I'm in front of the line with the comfortable lead. How ironic. Soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. All right. So this is the thing, J. Cole. When you diss somebody, you don't uplift them as well. You just said the man had 2 phenomenal albums. You said he had a classic. Then you said that the third album was massive, and you're just now getting to his level. And how many years have you been out? How many years have you been out? Are you serious? Like that, it's laughable, bro. It's laughable. You've been out like a year longer than Kendrick, I think, because J. Cole, what he dropped in 2011, Kendrick dropped in 2012. I'm not counting Section 8 and all the mixtapes. I'm talking about like actual full-length albums on the labels. So you've been out just as long, a little bit longer than Kendrick, and you're just now getting to the point where you're massive just because you've been dropping some dope features and stuff. So you're already showing weakness right there. You're bringing up albums. You're bringing up albums to compare catalogs. What's the last significant J. Cole project that dropped? Significant J. Cole project that has dropped. I'm waiting. Crickets. All right, so let's keep going on what he said. So he front of the line. Okay. So one thing I did like, he said, boy, I got here off bars, but no controversy. That's kind of cap because you did talk about Eminem and Macklemore off of Forest Hill Drive. So that's a little cap, J. Cole. But I get what you're saying. He didn't do no control verse, calling out the whole rap game and stuff like that. So, okay. And he says, fuck the Grammys because them crackers ain't never did nothing for me, ho. All right. I get that. Kendrick has won more Grammys than Drake and J. Cole, if I'm not mistaken. I know he got more than J. Cole. I don't even, is J. Cole, does he have a Grammy? I don't know. But he's basically saying Grammys don't matter. Okay, cool. So this is the part that I was he said he averaging one hard verse like every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him. That's not true. He said, Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So this is basically what this diss record was. He took the formula from Jay-Z's Takeover. He took Jay-Z's Takeover formula and put it in his own way, which is not authentic, which isn't innovative, which isn't mind-blowing. That was lazy. So basically, you're just gonna go through, talk about his album catalog, just the whole like Jay-Z did to Nas on Ether. What'd he say? You like a 1 album average or 1 class, something like that. So he did the same thing. You only drop a dope verse every 30 months. You only got to cut. This album was this album was that. That was lazy. It was lazy. And okay, if y'all just want to say, well, this is a warning shot, he wasn't trying to be too, all right, whatever. But if you're going at Kendrick, if you're going at Kendrick, you need more ammunition. You need more. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Maybe if you would have went at Big Sean or Wale or somebody like that, and then he's talking about he hadn't had to do with controversy. You called out Wale in a whole song, a verse, a whole verse. What was that song that he had? It wasn't on the album, but he was talking about I got a friend that's a rapper who's complaining a lot. Da da da. That was controversial. Like, what are you talking about? You're saying that you didn't make a career off controversy. Now I ain't gonna say a career, but you've had controversial bars. You talked about Wale in a verse, a whole verse. So he's just digging a hole deeper for himself, man. And J. Cole, the funny thing is Kendrick didn't even go at him as hard, but I was expecting a J. Cole response. We finally got it, and I'm happy for that. However, like I said, the album, if we're talking about the album that he put out, might delete this later. Ain't that what it is? Yeah, might delete later. No, dope album. Now, this is the most significant album. I can say I only heard it once, but from what I've heard, this is the most significant rap album J. Cole has dropped since Forest Hill Drive. And again, for the folks that are going to be in the comment section everywhere, I want to know what is if you're talking about Kendrick Lamar's albums, which the three, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, those right there are arguably classics. Now, am I saying every single one of them is classics? I'm not saying it personally, but if you're talking about what the hip hop game, what the culture has said, those three albums could be arguably classics compared to what classics has J. Cole put out besides Forest Hill Drive. I only give that is to him because that was the album that we were waiting on him for. You know what I'm saying? That should have been his debut album. But leading up to it, those projects weren't that good. Cold World Sideline Story was pretty much a dud. Born Center was okay, but it didn't age well. And then we got Forest Hill Drive, which was dope. Then after that, 4 Your Eyes Only, then KOD, then what's the one with him on the basketball cover? I always want to call it The Fall Off. I can't even remember what that is. Off season, that's what it was. But yeah, so no, we're not comparing albums, J. Cole. We're not comparing albums. We're not bringing up discographies because if you're doing that, you've lost already, my friend. Now, again, I'm a J. Cole fan. Been listening to him since the warm up. I love his mixtapes, Friday Night Lights. I bought numerous albums from him, streamed numerous albums from him, but I can tell you I haven't really enjoyed his albums for real since Forest Hill Drive. Now, Kendrick, I agree. That last album wasn't that good, but it wasn't trash. It just wasn't a good album. It was weak. For Kendrick to have sat out for like, what was it, 7 years and come back and drop that? Nah, that wasn't it. Was it 7? Let me see, because it was 2017, right? When Damn dropped, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. So 5 years. 5 years. But anyway, man, y'all let me know in the comment section what you think. I don't think 7 Minute Drill was a bad record. It wasn't trash, but it was mid and weak if you're going to go at Kendrick Lamar. It was weak if you're going to go at Kendrick Lamar. Like I said, you going to Big Sean, Wale, those rappers, yeah. But Kendrick is about to eat this boy alive. Oh, man. Now, this is the thing. Ironically, I was saying that I was expecting J. Cole. I was looking for J. Cole because he was the only one that could go toe to toe with Kendrick. But now I'm more pro Drizzy. I think Drake, him and his Ghost Riders could get together. I'm just playing. The Ghost Riders, and I think Drake is the more worthy opponent at this point because Drake has battled rappers before and won a few battles. Now he lost against Pusha, but he's won some battles. So I'm more interested to see what Drake is going to do in this, ironically, right? Because J. Cole is the rapper, but Drake has been in actual battles with significant rappers, numerous ones. He's going through stuff right now. So I'm looking for Drake. Isn't that ironic though? Because J. Cole is the rapper, but I'm looking more towards Drake now. So anyway, That's been my feedback in response to 7 Minute Drill. Again, I am a fan of J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. I'm a fan of Drake's music. I ain't gonna say I'm a fan all the way. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comment section what you think. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, youtube.com/RedsView. It is right here scrolling on the bottom. Subscribe to youtube.com/RedsView, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace.